Welcome to Sit Downs with City Lifestyle, Vegas Edition podcast. My name's Chrissy Bound, publisher for Henderson City Lifestyle, and we are back with our Meet the Partners series. Joining us today is Bailie Sloan, owner of the Tox Henderson. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we are so excited. I love the Tox. You know I've been going for a while now, and I absolutely love it. But for those who are not familiar, tell us a little bit about the Tox.
So the Tox is a lifestyle brand. We focus on all things beauty and wellness. We are a lymphatic drainage-based body contouring brand, both for body and facial treatments.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about what that is for people who maybe have never done any type of lymphatic massage before. What does it entail?
So lymphatic drainage is stimulating off to your lymphatic system and also digestive system. So when people think about getting a massage, typically there's a connotation of like muscle relief, right? If you think of getting like a massage, typically it's either like a Swedish style, like a deep tissue, something, again, all things muscular. So instead of focusing on your muscle systems, we're thinking of like your lymphatic system, your digestive system. So it's more so like the water retention in your body, the fluid.
The bloat.
Exactly. The bloating everyone experiences.
The dreaded bloat that we all can't stand.
Exactly.
So it really does drain all that fluid out then.
Yes.
That's amazing. Yeah. I know for me, I feel so much better afterwards. And, I can see the difference. So for those, who have not tried it before, what are some of the benefits that your patients are seeing?
So I always say it's like a look good and a feel good treatment. So also there's like the aesthetic component, right? So whenever you're getting a lymphatic drainage, you see the visible changes in your body. So it's like less water retention, typically a more defined like midsection, more defined like facial structure, like your limbs. So it's definitely like a look good component to it, but also the feel good component comes into the more of the wellness side of things. So obviously again, it's like less water retention, better immunity, better gut health. Typically people feel a lot lighter when they get their treatments done.
And the gut health is something we are all struggling with right now.
Yes.
I don't know if it's the food, if it's what's in the food or what, but I feel like we all are just walking around feeling like we're bloated and stuffy. And that was one of the biggest things I noticed after I left is like, I just felt like cleaned out, in a very I don't know, I felt lighter is the best word to describe it, I think would be I felt lighter,
Yes.
Do a lot of people say the same thing?
Yeah, I feel like I would hear a lot of like lighter, people use the word like euphoric. It's like a very... It's like a good reset inside and out.
Euphoric. I love that description. Yeah. Euphoric is a good word for it.
It's like I feel like whenever like I'm in the studio and I see people come out of the treatment rooms, they walk towards the front desk. It's like almost like that deer in the headlight. They kind of pause. They're like, I don't know what happened, but I feel like lighter, euphoric. They're like, I don't know what happened. They don't know how to describe it, but they're like, something happened in my body. I'm like, good, you had a good reset. Yeah, you got drained.
That's so funny. I mean, I feel like we all walk out in a daze of like, because it's relaxing, but you're also like, in the procedure, you're actually being worked on, like your body's being worked on.
Yes.
So I remember, and there's a machine that you guys use during the massage too. And I remember the first time when they came out with the machine, I was like, wait, what is this? What's happening here? But it doesn't hurt. It's pain-free. It feels great. And it actually is, it almost feels like a deeper tissue massage.
Yeah, I always say, I feel like there's a misconception a lot of times when it comes to lymphatic drainage. So when people ask me like what we are, I always kind of lean into like what we're not. So I feel like when it comes to like a lot of lymphatic drainage, like I always say we're a treatment, not a massage. So the Tox technique is a very curated blend of different modalities designed to get the best results possible. So for a lot of people, they think of like post-op care or people who have like lymphedema. Typically those involve a lot of like the wooden tools. So that's usually when people think about it hurting. Like typically if you're someone who gets like a BBL or any type of like cosmetic treatment or like a surgery, that post-op care is designed for, again, a very specific type of lymphatic drainage. So typically it hurts. You get beat up with wooden tools. Yeah. We don't do that.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, it's definitely intimidating. So that's why people hear lymphatic drainage. They're like, I want to try it, but I'm scared it's going to hurt. I'm like, listen, we don't beat you up with wooden tools. Most of the technique is all designed by hand. And then the machine that we do use is more like a cupping device.
Yeah.
So it's more so to kind of pull out the impurities after the technician, does the treatment by hand on you.
And are there certain areas when people are calling you guys, are there certain areas that people want to treat specifically?
Usually the midsection for women.
Yeah.
And that's why
I feel that.
Yeah. Well, I think of girls, it's always so common. It's like you look in the mirror, you're like, am I fat or am I just bloated?
Yeah.
And it changes like week to week, month to month, how you're feeling. It's like I feel like women get hit, so hard with like hormonal changes. So you see those like fluctuations in like your water weight. So lymphatic drainage is a good way to manage that and help you like really look your best and peel off that extra water weight in your body.
And it's good for a lot of ages too. It's not like there's like a certain age where it's like, oh, this is just for people who are, maybe 40s and up. This is good for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and you've been in the in the fitness industry for a long time too, like you just personally. So tell us a little bit about your journey and how you kind of found lymphatic drainage for yourself.
So it's so funny. I feel like when I first found lymphatic drainage, like as a concept, it was when I was dealing with a lot of like autoimmune, like functional health problems. And I felt like traditional doctors I went to couldn't get to the bottom of things. So then I started going to like a functional medicine doctor, and I was more open to like alternative medicine, more natural healing, things in like the holistic sphere. I remember the first time I had a doctor recommend it to me, I looked it up online because I'm like, lymphatic drainage.
What is that?
Exactly. What is that?
Yeah.
So I go on Instagram, you see these crazy before and afters, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is like the most like made up, like kind of like bogus, like junk science. I was like totally put off by the idea. And like years go by. Then I got into bodybuilding. I had a coach who was like, you should look into lymphatic drainage. So I'm like, okay, I've heard this a couple different times. Let me like give it a chance.
Yeah.
And the first time I got one done, I was absolutely hooked. I was definitely like that person who came out of the room. I'm like, I don't know what happened, but something happened. I can't describe it. Like it was almost like an out of body experience, and it had such a profound impact on like my personal health and healing journey, functional medicine, that I'm like, I really believe in it just in general. So that's why when I was looking into like what business or what career path I wanted to go down, I saw that Tox was available. I'm like, this is what I want to do.
You're like, this is it.
I knew as soon as I saw it, I'm like, this is for me.
Yeah. Well, and the Tox is different than other lymphatic drainage places. So talk a little bit about what you think makes the Tox so unique.
I think what makes us unique is, like I said, is the fact that we're not a massage. We're we're a treatment. So again, it's like a different blend of different modalities designed to get the best results possible. So again, we're not post-op. I think a lot of people too are familiar with like that very light touch lymphatic. That's like almost like kind of like a baby hand on you. Like very, very light. We're a firm pressure. So we're gonna get in there, push the water weight through. It's designed to be for everybody. So it's not just for women too, it's for men, all ages. So whether or not you're somebody who's looking if you just want to look your best for like a particular event, or for somebody who's like kind of stuck in your wellness journey, it really is for everybody.
Well, and the atmosphere that you've created is so cute in there. Like as soon as you walk in, you're greeted by the big sign that says we're on a self-love binge, which I love. And you've created like a little selfie area for people near the sign. And how important is it to you that people kind of feel that self-love when they're leaving?
I think it's extremely important. I think a big reason for lymphatic drainage, I want everyone to think about like why they're there. Again, whether it's you want to look your best for like a particular event, or if you're like on your own like kind of personal health like healing journey, I think there's something different everybody can take from it. And I think the self-love and self-care is really important, especially in today's busy world. It's like, I always say like when it comes to like so many like issues or like kind of complaints that like anybody has, whether it's like again like the bloating, like digestive health, like the brain fog, just feeling kind of sluggish. These things in my opinion aren't normal, but I think everyone's just become so complacent with accepting it because it's like, oh, I'm too busy. I gotta, wake up, go to the gym, the kids, work. It's like, I feel like the more you take care of yourself and you give your body the building blocks of what it needs to heal itself, the better you're going to look and feel inside and out. And
show up for the people around you too.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're feeling good and you are feeling confident, you're going to show up better for those around you in all those areas of your life.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So, and I love that people come in for a treatment and it's not just like, okay, your treatment's done. There's a ton of really great aftercare products that you guys offer as well at the studio.
Yes.
So when people are leaving, there's always really good recommendations of, things that people can do at home on their own after they get the treatment done. Do you have a favorite of all the different products, the aftercare products?
I really like the teas. I think
I love the teas.
Yeah, they're good.
Oh, the tea. I'm obsessed with that tea.
Yeah, I love the tea. And I'm definitely, like I said, I'm big on like what I put into my body. So I'm big on like with my own teas at home, like I will add like local like farmers market's honey to it, kind of sweeten it up a little bit because there's no extra sweeteners or like any kind of additives to our tea. It's very natural, very clean ingredients.
It's so
like
good.
The lymphatic tea has like clovers and yarrow in it. So it's like very good for stimulating your lymphatic flow at home as well. We also have a new detox tea, which is more gut health focused. So there's like peppermint, ginger, all really good ingredients, help kind of soothe and promote better gut health as well.
Okay, now it's going to be my new addiction because I already love the first one. I already love the original tea. Yeah. And I've been, you've seen me come in there. When I run out, I'm like, I need more tea because it's become just part of one of my like nightly rituals. I love it. So now I'm going to have to try the gut health one because I haven't tried that one yet. But alongside that, you guys also have like all the castor oil stuff. Like talk about some of the other products that you guys have for aftercare.
Yeah, so you mentioned like the castor oil packs. We also have detox patches as well.
Okay.
So typically the detox patches, we recommend putting them on your body near your lymph nodes, like near your groin area, the bottom of your foot, like near your underarm. Do like one per night every day after your treatment for like a week. It helps get the best results out of it. If you want a deeper detox experience, the castor oil pack is really good as well. I always recommend everybody like proceed with caution.
Really?
Yeah,
oh no.
The hype around the castor oil is definitely real. I know it's kind of like one of those buzzy things on Instagram and TikTok. Everyone's like castor oil, castor oil. I remember the first time I tried it, I was like unprepared for it. It'll definitely hit you. I always warn everyone, I'm like, stay hydrated, drink all the fluid you can. Like castor oil is definitely real.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I have that. I got that last time and I haven't done it yet, but I'm so glad we had this conversation. So now I can like mentally prepare if I'm going to, when I'm trying it, I'm going to need some time, you know?
Exactly. It's a heavy detoxer, but it's good for you. I like it.
Okay. Well, and the other thing I love too is I'm going to say this wrong. The gua sha. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that so much. That's become part of my morning routine because I did not realize how much fluid I was carrying in my face.
Yes.
And now that since I started using it, I swear, like if I eat something salty at nighttime, I can see the puffiness the next morning.
Yeah.
And I use that and it like my face feels like it just leans everything out. It's amazing.
It definitely pushes all that fluid out of your body too. And also too, like we have the vibrating sculpting wand. So if you're somebody who doesn't know how to use a gua sha, which was like me when I first got into this, I'm like, how do I do this thing? The vibrating sculpting wand's a really good tool too. You can really just like drag it across your face and the vibration helps kind of push that fluid through. So if you're somebody who has sensitive skin or you're worried about hurting yourself, I mean, obviously it's a rock. It's like rose quartz. Yeah. If you know what you're doing, don't beat yourself up. But like the vibrating sculpting wand is a good way of like safely like kind of pushing everything through. That way, if you're kind of nervous and not sure where to start, that's a good starting place too.
Well, I loved it because my massage therapist, she showed me how to use it before I left, and I was like, oh, thank God, because I'm sitting there trying to watch TikTok videos or whatever else, trying to learn how to do this, and she's like, no, it's very simple. And then when she showed me like the technique to do, she's like, 2 minutes in the morning and you'll feel better. And I started using it. I'm like, oh my God, I noticed a total difference. If I forget, I can see the puffiness in my face in the morning now. So it's like, it's become that and the tea have become two don't live without items. Like I will not leave without them. I traveled with the tea and the gua sha on my most recent trip.
Okay, good. Hopefully you brought your compression socks too.
Yeah.
Keep the flow going.
Get everything going. See, that's the other thing too, like the compression socks. You just don't think about it. And all of a sudden it's like, how have we been living without these items for all this time, you know?
Seriously.
Once you start using them, you wonder how you actually survive without them.
Yeah, I always say the lymphatic system is definitely one of the most underappreciated parts of the human body, but it's connected to like everything in your body. So it's like, again, so many ailments of like, whether it's like water retention, bloating, like brain fog, all these different things that you think are like very compartmentalized parts of your body, it's all connected. So I always say it's like the more like building blocks and like healthier like lifestyle habits you give your body, whether it's like the compression socks when you fly, staying properly hydrated, drinking teas and eating foods that have clean and good ingredients, avoiding alcohol when possible, avoiding processed foods. The more building blocks you give your body, it's going to do its thing naturally.
It's going to operate like a machine.
Exactly.
Which is exactly what we want. So if you had to say, you know, for those who are trying to reach out to who might be a little nervous, who haven't tried it before and are like, well, I've seen it. Like, is there any advice you'd give them before they go to their first appointment?
I would say just walk in with an open mind and understand that like you're going to see changes in your body like almost immediately. That's why we do before and after photos in the studio. That way it's like, I think we all sometimes too are like our own worst critics. You're like, am I second guessing myself? Is this real? Is it not? I think the before and after photos are a really good way of seeing like the changes in your body of like, hey, it's not just in your head. Like you actually are making changes. Even like the hour and a half long session that you're on the table with us. But then also too, I think, being open to like realizing that the lymphatic system is like stimulated for the next like 72 hours. So for the next 3 days, your body's draining and is actively working through detoxing and purging itself and losing all that water. So if you feel changes like 2-3 days afterwards, again, of like deeper sleep, better gut health, and just like better immunity overall, and even like maybe like your sinuses, your allergies being like
cleared out.
Yeah.
I noticed that too. It cleared out my sinuses. I was not expecting that after effect, but I did. Like I went in and I know I'm totally detouring on my own story here, so I apologize.
No, go for it.
You know, there was one time when I went in the fall and I went in and I felt stuffy and like, you know, I did all the things, I did all the aftercare as instructed. I followed everything that they told me to a T. And literally by the next night, I felt better. And I was like, I wonder if it must have been related, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely real. So I always say keep an open mind and just understand that like you're going to see changes immediately, but then even like how you feel 2, 3, maybe even 4 days afterwards, it's your body doing what it's designed to do. And again, giving it the building blocks, following the post-op care, and just being open-minded, like your body's going to find its own rhythm.
Its own rhythm and flow, which I love. And if people are trying to find you guys, what's the best way that they can find you guys?
So we use a platform and an app called MindBody. That's the best way to kind of book with us directly. We have an Instagram page also at the Tox Henderson. We are a franchise location. So if you see a lot of different Toxes out there, obviously we're the Henderson location.
Yeah.
And then we also have an Instagram page. So that's our Instagram page. Also, you can reach us directly either in the studio or on St. Rose. You can call or text us at 702-829-6353. And
you guys are open 6 days or 7 days a week?
7 days a week.
7 days a week. Okay.
Yes.
And appointments all throughout the day, right?
Yes. We open at 10 a.m. and then during the weekdays, we're open until 9 p.m.
Okay.
So we have later availability too.
So if you're working during the day, you can catch a massage on your way home.
Exactly.
I love that. I love that for all of us because we need more lymphatic drainage massage in our life. We absolutely need this. Well, I know you're really busy, and I can't thank you enough for making the time to come on with us today. If there was one final thing that you'd want people to know about the Tox, what would it be?
I would say that the Tox is designed to be a perfectly positive space. So again, whether or not you're somebody who's looking for like the aesthetic benefits or the wellness benefits, I'm hoping that everyone who comes in and gives us a visit leaves feeling recharged, lighter, more positive, and it's a good reset inside and out.
I love it. I love it. If you guys have not been yet, go check out the Tox Henderson. You will not be disappointed. And thank you, Bailie, for making the time to join us today. We really appreciate it. And thank you to all of you guys for listening.